The question that I have is not actually for Copilot in Microsoft, rather is about Gemini. From time to time, we use it for creating graphic contents. For example, give me a gentleman wearing a hat. It will render one. Okay, then you say, okay, make two gentlemen in the same frame, one wearing a hat and the other not. And then what will happen is that you will see, instead of following the prompt, Gemini will remove the hat from both heads when you did not request for that. This happens quite a lot. I believe they call that hallucination or something?
It's supposed to have understanding of conversational. When you understand a conversation, you're supposed to remember what it was mentioned before. The issue was, how do you start the conversation? So basically, you need to have you have to have and with that clarity, it's not just AI skill, it's a human skill. It's an instruction giving skill.
And that is precisely what you teach.
Yes.
Welcome to Voices of Impact, the podcast where we go behind the slides, behind the workshop, and into the stories of the people who shape learning and transformation. My name is Hamid.
And my name is Nadir.
And today we have someone whose journey is a rare blend of technology, humanity, and impact. He has spent more than 2 decades across IT, corporate training, and community development, and has quietly become one of the most trusted voices in AI productivity training, especially in Microsoft 365, Copilot, and Generative AI. But today, we are not here to talk about the tools. We are here to understand the person behind them. Vick, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Okay, Vick, today people see you as an AI trainer and perhaps a Microsoft expert. But what we want to know is who actually is Vick?
Well, academically speaking, I'm actually an electronic engineer. However, as you are aware, I'm born in the Generation X. Generation X actually born in the analog world, but grew up in digital world. So where we switch from paper assignment to now digital computerized assignment. That's where I'm from. So that bridges the gaps of the diverse changes.
Okay.
Particularly as I become a trainer, the path has set forth since I was in electronic engineering. It was very nerdy. But as I move into non-profit, doing trainings for communities and so on, that developed my people skill, my communication skill, and my training skills. That helps me to leap forward into generative AI. Coming back to IT, actually, it was like back to my previous market that I was in as well. So as I also was passionate with digital devices, I personally test a lot of kind of digital devices, as well as shaping what I call a digital lifestyle. Embedding your lifestyle with digital text. How do you present yourself in digital footprint? How do you use digital tools to upgrade or improve your life? Those are the things that I personally aspire to continue to do. For example, a more personal note, how do you manage your life with calendars? Personally, you have my dad hospital appointment, your dental appointment. In work, we also have our work calendar, training days, travel to this place and that place. There's too many information to grasp, to remember. Without the tools, it's very hard for us to be efficient. So I make it a point to develop this kind of personal skill to be digitally efficient.
Okay, great. So now that you're a trainer, if you look back, was there any particular moment that you consider as basically the moment that you realize, okay, this is the path that I should be taking to become a trainer?
The moment when I teach some of the participants, that they are excited, you can see their glow in the face. The aha moment, I call it. Oh, like that, aha. those moments speaks louder than words can express. Basically means that they realizes there's more to that, to what they know. And I'm contributing to that knowledge and contributing to improving them. That's the things that I realized. Yes.
I see.
Wow, so it's so inspiring to hear that the excitement of your participants or of your learners actually led you to becoming a trainer. And as a training provider, we work with a lot of trainers, right? So, and one thing is really common with all the trainers is that they all have this one moment in their career where, if you allow, we can call it the hardest day in their career. What has been the hardest day in your career? I'm just curious to know.
Well, there's this moment, there's one day that I was doing training, realizing that what was intended content for according to the outline to do the training was not what the client or the participants was expecting. So it was not that easy. That takes a lot of experience to more improvise, to adjust. But that moment was like, oh no, I'm not delivering value to the client. They did not want to hear about this. So they wanted something else. That was the hardest moment because that means something to me and them. So it was quite not an easy moment. And they will be throwing a lot of questions and here and there from the participants.
Okay. And how did that moment actually change you?
For me, it changed the way I plan. So to plan a content with more clarity in my outline, what is required, what is being taught, and making it more relatable to the target audience. Hence, also to engage the client to ask, actually, what do you actually need? They may not be aware, they're just requesting a training. So it's good to engage a bit to understand more. And secondly, I would say to prepare well enough to, in case for emergency, a backup plan. What can you do based on what they want? So that takes experience.
Yes. I think I have experienced one of those emergency cases firsthand at your workshop. Like you prepare your entire outline based on what's supposed to be delivered, and you show up at the workshop, you start covering the module 1 and 2, and you realize that client expectation is totally something else, right?
Yes. That was the moment.
Okay, all right, perfect. Okay, all right, very good. Okay, in your definition, Vic, what would actually make the difference between a good and a great workshop?
A good workshop with appropriate outline, appropriate content teach, basically is knowledge. However, a great workshop brings value, bring wisdom, bring insight, where you can see the glow in the face of the participant, feeling thankful, and they appreciate the session. They are taking home some insights and knowledge and wisdom to knowing what to do next. If they do not know what to do next after the session, it's hardly much value to them.
True.
Just like would like to know, like when like you are walking into a training room, what is your teaching philosophy? How do you approach it?
To me, is that you need to prepare. Okay, you also need to engage, be interactive with them, as well to connect with them. It's not just about a session of teaching. It's
Very
about
good.
connecting with the people, understand them. If not, even if you don't connect, you don't understand them. You might miss the part where you miss the expectation they have. So only through that connection, you understand, oh, this is not what they want. So then I can think of what I can do and how to bring that value to them. So it's very important to connect with them. Without the connections and understanding them is hardly effective, per se.
Yes, correct. We share that thought process with you, Vic, and we really like it when we come across trainers who do share the same mindset with us. Because for us, we understand, yes, you're trying to deliver knowledge. You're trying to transfer knowledge, or transfer of learning basically is what you do. However, the 2 days or how many days of workshop that you are doing is more than just transfer of learning. It's also greatly about the kind of experience that you create for the participants. Am I correct to say that?
Yes.
Okay, at least that is our mantra here at Cognitive Links, at our own company. When we engage trainers, when we conduct workshops, we try to achieve that, meaning a memorable experience for our participants while we are doing a transfer of learning, right?
Yep. Talking about it, yes. Cognitive link is more than just neuron, more than knowledge. It's a relational connections.
Yes, thank you so much for bringing that up. Yes, that's true. That's true.
And just like because you do conduct you are pretty much focused on AI related workshops, AI workshops, right? After conducting so many AI workshops, what are the common misconceptions that you always have to kind of clarify with all the your participants and the learners?
There's one. Everybody is excited because of the excitement, the boom. So everybody was getting on board in AI. And the common misconception is that every AI is safe. Not every AI is safe. You need to understand, study, and most of the time, people don't check. The student will say, I use this, use that. Is it safe? They are not aware. For example, most of you have ChatGPT account.
Yes.
Do you know that by default in the setting, everything you key in the chat is learned by the AI brain? I call it AI brain to humanize it.
Okay.
So that means if you tell him or tell it per se that my house digital lock PIN number is 1234, it will learn it.
Yes.
And that is dangerous. Data access. So if somebody go and ask the AI, what is your PIN number? He could and can answer because it's stated in the data control. You use your data to learn for everyone. You need to manually switch it off.
Yes.
That is dangerous.
Oh.
Now, a quick question, Vic.
Yes.
Personal experience.
Yes.
I use ChatGPT quite often, but because I work on a number of projects and I have one account, I do not want ChatGPT to remember the last conversation, and I would prefer actually it started fresh with me. But I have tried this. I delete all my conversation history with ChatGPT, for instance, and I start a new conversation by asking ChatGPT, how much of our past conversations do you remember? And it can remember a lot. And how do you overcome that?
In most of the AI now is a requirement from the government bodies. You can switch to a temporary chat. It's like browser incognito for Chrome. From Microsoft Edge is actually in private. It doesn't store your data. Every time you close it, it delete everything. So it's called incognito temporary chat. So either Copilot has it, ChatGPT has it, and other AI are required to have it as well. Then it doesn't save. But also, you're also, forgoing something else. If you're training your own AI assistant, the assistant need to know your behavior, your style of writing.
Yes.
So you do not want to repeatedly train the AI again. So it's a give and take. It's not entirely wrong.
Yes.
So which is secure? That's the only question you have.
Vic, looking at the feedbacks that we have received from workshops that we have done together, some of those words that keep showing up as feedbacks from participants are immersive, valuable, and impactful. We really love to see those kind of feedbacks. And what we want to know is, what's the secret to get those kind of feedbacks? How do you prepare for a workshop?
If you don't mind spilling the beans on those.
I would say with a heart, with a lot of preparation. However, more importantly, to be a learner, to be a teacher, you first need to learn to learn.
To be a teacher, first you need to learn to learn.
Yes.
Okay, well
To
said.
be a leader, you need to learn
Nice.
to be a member to lead. If not, you couldn't lead the member. You don't understand that.
Very good. Very good.
Again, if you don't mind sharing, like, what is your secret to keeping sessions so engaging and immersive when you're teaching something actually, technical?
Well, most of the time, because I was a nerdy technician last time, we keep to too much logics. You need to do this, do that. It's very task orientated. However, for human, you need to interact in a human manner to share the technicality in a very meaningful way, meaning to the audience. So why do you need it? Because of this. However, more importantly, is actually more of using different interaction methods, icebreakers, hands-on lab, switching in between, because human attention span is now less than 45 minutes because of the multiple overloading information we are having now. So last time we used to be 1 hour, but we are getting shorter focused attention span. So we need to switch in between from time to time. That's how I shape the training.
Vic, AI at times can seem scary or the very least complicated. How do you actually make it, approachable and human?
Naturally, most of the AI tools, the AI LLM model, we said it, they are naturally trained to have understanding on natural human language, which is not the main problem. The challenge is how do you train the AI to be more interactive, more engaging, creative thinking. So those are something that as you use the AI more and more, it learns about you. It learns how you write, it learns how you talk, and how you prefer to create contents and so on. So how to plan, how to design things. So as it learns from you, it would naturally shape according to what you mostly leans towards. So the AI takes time. It's almost training a human being, minusing the emotional intelligence, which they do not have. They only copy the frontal lobe.
Can we say yet?
Yeah, you can say yeah. Yeah. They are mimicking it with data, but it's not real emotion. It's subjected to the data. So basically, AI is useless without data.
Yes.
So its key is you.
Okay. All right. Okay. So the key to making it approachable by you would be what exactly?
Interact it.
Just interact with it
Yes.
without being scared, or there are any fine lines that you consider there?
I can share this maybe. As you interact with it, don't stop interacting with it. Iterate, keep repeating. However, your roles plays a very big, important direction on this. You need to remember that you are the human, you are the person in authority. So the future would be your communication skill in terms of giving instruction, clear and concise instruction is very important. So, and you must be in the authoritative figure to tell the AI, no, this is wrong, this is not what I want. Then it will tweak and adjust accordingly. So you should still be the pilot. The AI is still the co-pilot. That's what I like about it.
Okay, let me ask you another question that is a personal experience.
Yeah.
Okay. So I understand you are the master of AI in Microsoft more than any other tool, despite the fact that actually you cover a wide variety of different AI tools. A guru in more than just one tool. But the question that I have is not actually for Copilot in Microsoft, rather is about Gemini. Okay. From time to time, we use it for, like creating graphic contents, per se, like pictures and so on and so forth. Now, here is the experience, how it goes. Okay, for example, give me a gentleman wearing a hat. It will render one. Okay, then you say, okay, for example, make two gentlemen in the same frame, one wearing a hat and the other not. And then what will happen is that you will see, instead of following the prompt, Gemini will remove the hat from both heads. Now you will say, put the hat back on both of them. Gemini finally will render, two gentlemen without hair wearing a hat when you did not request for that. Okay, this happens quite a lot. Now, I believe they call that what, hallucination or something.
It's supposed to have understanding of conversational. When you understand a conversation, you're supposed to remember what it was mentioned before. The issue was, how do you start the conversation? The importance of communication is that when you give instruction to your staff, let's say, please do this report for me, and deliver to me by end of day. However, after you done it, send it to the boss look at it. Hey, this is not what I want. So can you redo? So the ding dong wastes time. Okay. So the key instruction should be, please analyze this data and do a sales report for me. I want to see which quarter we earn and any other insight that's related to the product that make a profit and which product is not making a profit. So I want to understand that. Give me the insight. So that is very clear what you expect of it. So basically, you need to have a goal. You have the context. You have to have the boundaries and the outcome you desire. So that with that clarity, it's not just AI skill. It's a human skill. It's an instruction giving skill. So now we call it prompt engineering, but in human terms, it's just communication skill.
And that is precisely what you teach.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
And talking about human skills, and what we know for sure is that one of the skill sets that humans not really good at is the skill set of dealing with change, adoption of new technology. Right? For example, in this instance, adoption of AI. You've been training people from so many different industries and backgrounds, right? Based on your own experience of conducting AI workshops, what are the common struggles that you personally witness when it comes to learning a new tech such as AI?
To first learn, you need to unlearn. Whatever old concept you had may not be working with a new tool. So you have to change. So to change is to let go of your ego for what you know. What you know may not be correct. You can use it back anytime. It will stick with you anyway. So you have to unlearn it a bit to learn back a new tool. Because if your cup is full and you don't empty it, you can't fill.
Great. I'm loving the way Vic puts things. Earlier, to teach, you need to learn how to learn. Now, to learn, you need to learn how to unlearn.
Yes.
Very good. Okay, great. I get it.
I can add that the reason for that is about digital world, digital tech is a very fast-paced market. To be able to keep up everything, you need to unlearn and learn because the tech changes.
Yeah.
No choice. That's the part of the life of a tech business.
Okay, Vic, we know there are a lot of AI tools out there. At the same time, we know you favor Copilot and Microsoft Productivity app. What I would like to know is how much has already changed for Microsoft users and what's coming next?
Well, there's a lot of changes. Copilot is not just focusing on a general AI tool. They are going towards agentic. What we call agentic is actually agents, AI agents. The AI agent will become your colleague, per se, your assistant. So basically, it's more efficient because it's very logical processing. So and the new thing will come whereby you have seen Microsoft 365 Copilot and AI assistant helping you with documentation and so on. More and more agent is coming to your subscription, whereby analysts, research, focus. So it's like profession. When you want to look at general stuff, you look for you're sick, you're feeling sick, you go to clinic, look for a GP, a general practitioner. But when you have issue with gastric, you go to gastrology, bones and so on, orthopedic. So it's become more specialization agent.
Oh, okay.
So it's going towards that direction. One of the initiative that did well for Microsoft was that they already have a very strong clouds ecosystem. So what they did, they put a smart AI brain into the ecosystem, following their house rule per se. Technically, we call it policies, configurations, but basically it's the house rule. So that secure the data protection. One thing. As they move forward, they created more and more agents, AI agents, to help with the daily productivity of every single staff or enterprise user. Basically, we're doing more things, we don't have enough time. So how to do more with less time? So you need a very efficient assistant. Hence came in AI. So now, last time we started to use with a lot of ChatGPT chat or Gemini chat, Copilot chat. Those are general practitioner, I call them. So they are like you're sick, you're going to see clinic doctor. There's a ChatGPT.
MO.
MO, medical officer per se. However, as you you found that you have issue with your gastric, or you need to see a gastrology, or you need to see an ENT, a specialized doctor. So those are special agents.
Oh,
I see.
So the AI also is going towards that. There is AI agent for anything. Not just that, Microsoft is allowing you to create your own agent and plugging in the data that you want. It can be a HR agent.
oh,
It can be a sales agent, customer service agent with the knowledge of how to interact with the client better. So agentic era is here, not just AI. So it will become your colleague, partner. A team is not just human.
How soon do you think, for example, a HR executive need to be exposed to this kind of learning?
I would say now.
Now. Fantastic.
Learn it now. Why? Because you don't wait until there is maturity. You always want to be ahead of the market, so that you can catch the first train. That what that means is you want to get the first piece of pie. If there is a warehouse sale next door 90% off, do you want to be the first one to grab whatever you need?
Of course.
Yes. So that is what you need to get yourself into. You learn it, whether useful or not, you will still benefit. It depends on how you use it. So then it will benefit your productivity for sure.
So basically, if it is from the perspective of a organization, a company, we are talking about moving to it as quick as possible to gain in terms of productivity, efficiency, and reducing costs and whatnot. And on individual level, learn it as quick as possible so that you become more employable, more valuable in the eyes of employers out there, right?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. Okay. All right. So we are getting towards the end of this podcast. And we would like to ask you perhaps what would be three advices that you could give to companies who have not yet invested in upskilling their employees with AI knowledge and AI tools. What is the three advices that you can give?
Start exploring. Start trying out. Give opportunity for new ways of doing things. Thinking out of the box is very important now. You can do your business traditionally last time without e-commerce. You open a shop and your business productivity is only 9 to 5 or 10 to 10 shopping mall. So after that, there's no business volume. But with e-commerce, your business productions, sales come in 24/7. And it's not just this location, it's across the world, so long as there's internet. So that changes the ball game of business. Everybody want a piece of the profit where it runs 24/7. So that makes a difference. So in AI, it is changing the way we do things and it's getting faster. If you see those who have been on board and how they're using it, I can give a use case. A participant using AI, creating an agent with ChatGPT even as a counselor in 3 prompts to calm a person down. So he shared the account to anyone to want to talk to someone you're feeling depressed, anxious, and they have been using it. let's not talk about as a personal individual level. There is an application in Malaysia called Pandai that was developed by 4 Malays and is funded by Microsoft beforehand. And it's an AI driven application. We call it generative AI apps, whereby behind it there's an AI helping the student to learn. It's meant for Sekolah Kebangsaan, primary school, Sekolah Menengah students, standard 1, standard 2, standard 3, all the way to secondary schools, form 5, form 6. So there are interactive game, there's subjects that you can select to learn from. So that is AI driven. So it's getting more efficient. So learning is more efficient.
Interesting, Vic. I guess what you're trying to say to all the companies out there who are yet perhaps hesitant to adopt your advice would be, it's not just a hype or it's not just a future. It is here, and there are already available use cases or success stories which everyone can learn and benefit from. This, I guess it would be more of a adopt now and live forward, or wait and get behind. Thank you.
Okay, it was quite an insightful session, Vic. We enjoyed speaking to you.
Thank you.
All right. And we have learned a lot. Okay. And we look forward to much more, actually.
Thank you.
All right.